Greetings, family. I hope everybody is doing well on this beautiful evening. Hope your day had some positive, comforting events to take place. This is one of those backyard chronicles moments where I'm out here on the back porch in the yard, as you can hear the noises from nature talking. The sun is setting, so put on the porch light, and we're gonna let it do what it do. So normally, family, this is one of those conversation moments, where I talk to myself, which I encourage many of you to do the same thing. This is one of those self enlightening conversations, if you will, positive note. I normally have these conversations with myself, and then I give you, you know, the results of it. The whatever I get out of the conversations, I feed to you. But today, for some reason, something in my spirit said, just share it with them now. So I'm going to share with you now. As the conversation is happening, as the thought came to me, we're getting it live because I feel like, I know that there are many of you out there who are confused and you just don't know and you're trying to find and gather yourself. And that's fine. That's cool. That shows that you're on the right path. If every day you wake up, you're sitting there contemplating, thinking, well, which direction do I go in today? What's going to happen today? Which path should I take? That's good. That means that you're awakening. So here's the conversation, the thought that came to me, family, and it's about your mind. It's about this up here. I hear so many things. People say so much about controlling your mind and your thoughts, getting a hold of your thoughts and not allowing them to run away with you or to lead you down the wrong path or to put doubt in you. Well, as I was sitting there listening to myself feed me that, and I'm trying to gather myself, trying to gather my thoughts. Oftentimes they say, control your mind because it'll cause you to fall back, into the past, into old behavior. So there's some truth to that. But here's what came to me today with this thought about controlling your thoughts, controlling your mind. You see, I made a decision recently, family, to leave the plantation, to give it up and to walk out on faith. It's not my first time doing so. Trust me when I tell you, I've done it many times. And so this last time that I done it, it seems that there are more and more thoughts that surface to me about what happened in the past, as if something is desperately, seriously trying to prevent me from moving forward with the decision that I made and do what I'm doing now. So I sit there and I say this, right? You can't be so hard on yourself if your mind is always reminding you of what happened in the past. Follow me, family. Please. I'm going to try not to lose nobody. See, like I said, I've walked out on faith many times, many. The results haven't been too good. They truly haven't been good at all. But I see the lessons learned. Many of the lessons learned, I see it as preparation. All of the failures of walking out on faith was lessons, preparation. You see, you have to first be taught, prepared. mentally, you have to go through preparation. Once the mind is prepared and focused for what you want, then you can take action in that direction and you start going. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I say this based on my experience always, family. I give it to you based on my experience. The failures that I endured, well, the preparation that I had to go through was that I had to first be prepared to accept failure. I had to be prepared to accept the failures. Because when you can focus on accepting, embracing the failure, then what happens is when you take a loss, you don't just give up. See, many people give up after taking that loss because they weren't prepared to lose. You see, they were not prepared to fail. So you have to go through that process. You have to. And it's a hard process. That's why many don't walk out on faith. Period. Many individuals do not walk out on faith. They'll sit there and wish all day long. Even those religious people. They'll pray hard all day long, every day, but they won't walk out on faith. See, because to walk out on faith means that you simply let go of everything. You put it all down. You put it all down and you go in that direction, on that path that you know that your voice on the inside is telling you to go. Many people are not going to do that. Trust and believe this. A lot of people are not going to leave their comfortable lifestyles. No, I've seen this over a lifetime, maybe over 5 or 6 lifetimes. Many individuals are not going to leave their comfortable lifestyle. Give up the toys, give up the nice, comfortable living, give up the high 6-figure, 7-figure jobs, even high 5-figure jobs. Give that up to walk out on faith. They're not going to do it. See, truth be told, most of us, the majority of us, we are only going to walk as far as our preparation will allow us to, meaning you physically. You're going to save up as much as you can save up to cover your bills and expenses, to make sure everything stays comfortably floating. And then you'll go out only far enough to stay within the restraints of that comfort zone. We're not going to just give it all up. Trust me, I know. They're not going to just give it all up. And it goes without saying, we already know that if you choose to do what many won't do, of course they're going to look at you like you crazy, talk about you like you a fool. But on the inside, trust me, you're going to have half of them are going to want you to make it. The other half are waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to fail. But here's the thing about the mind, family. The mind will only regurgitate what it knows. Let me say that again. The mind is only going to regurgitate, bring back to remembrance what it knows. If all of your experiences were negative experiences, although you walked out on faith, this is what your mind is going to continue to bring to your attention. Man, the last time you walked out on faith, T, it was ugly. It didn't work out. Yeah, it didn't. You're right. It didn't. And you doing it again? Yeah, I am. I have to. Because this is what the voice inside of me is calling me to do. And I've gotten to a place where it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I fail again or not. The bottom line is I got to do it, and I'm going to it because I won't rest. You see, I can put it down and go and jump back out there on the plantation again, but then it'll mean starting over. That's right, it'll mean starting over because I know just as soon as I get out there, regardless of how well that plantation is paying me, the voice will never become silent. The voice on the inside will never allow you to rest. So the bottom line is, I got to do it anyway. And this is what I found out about preparation and the failures. There was a time when I cared a lot about failing, wondering who was going to say what, who was going to talk about me, if I was going to make it, if I would be all right, or if I would be out on the streets. Yeah, there was a time when I thought like this, like everybody do. But I've went through enough failure to where it doesn't matter, family. It doesn't matter. The voice inside of me calling me to do what I do will not allow me to rest until I've simply given it my all, simply done my best. You see, the reason why I created this TikTok page and the clothing brand that I have called Walk Well Family, it's all tied into what I do. With this gift of the pen and poetry, it's all about sharing my wisdom based upon my experiences, mainly my experiences, the insight, my observation, and what I've gathered, because I know for a fact that there are many, many other people out here in the world going through the same thing, feeling the exact same way, in the same place that I'm in. There are many of you out there, many. You see, we didn't always have this internet and this social network where, we could reach out to others, where we could simply speak on it and somebody would give a comforting word. All you had was you to rest on, and maybe who else was around you. That's all you had. Me, all I had was the pen. Truthfully, all I had was the pen. There were no family members because no one was simply where I'm at. They weren't on the same vibration. See, this vibration that the planet, Mother Earth, is raising to right now, what so many people are talking about right now, this vibration level, I was on that. Family, I was on that level. I want to believe when I first came into this life, this existence. I've been there. When I speak on certain things, they look at me like I'm crazy. I've been there. So it's nothing new to me. Nothing. All I've had was this pen. And now the gift that I now have is my way. My way of sharing what I've went through to help others wherever they at in different parts of the world that don't have nobody else to talk to. This is what we have to use. So this is what I use. So here's the thing about the mind. I had to share that bit with you just for you to hopefully that I don't lose nobody, that you can stay with me and understand what I'm getting at. Your mind is only going to bring back to your remembrance the things that you go through. So if you've taken more losses than you've taken wins, your mind, of course, is always going to bring this to your attention. But here's the thing. that I see. Because so many people say you gotta learn to control your mind and fight it and erase all of the negative thoughts and stay positive and to stay positive. Well, here's the thing. If all I have taken was losses and my mind is bringing that back to my attention, my mind is not saying to me, T, you stupid. Let it go. Let it go and go do something else. No, no. What my mind is saying to me though is that T, you're walking out on faith again. You know what you went through before. But if you're making that decision, then I'm gonna go with you. I gotta go with you. But I gotta keep you aware. I simply have to keep you aware of what happened in the past so that you don't build yourself up too high to where if things don't line up the way you want this time, then you won't crash like you done before. So I had to take that into consideration and careful thought. Because each and every time, this is what my mind said to me. Each and every time I walked out on faith. We're doing it again, T. Okay, so this is what happened last time. You're right. You're right. You're right. Some might want to call it self-reflecting. Whatever it is that you call it, it helps you to relate, to resonate with what I'm saying. And so shall it be. So I come to realize that my mind is right. So I'm not going to be hard on my mind. I'm not going to tell my mind to shut up and to try to close out what my mind keeps bringing back to me about the past. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to sit there and listen. And then I'm going to take it in. And once I've taken it all in, then I'm going to say to my mind, okay, so are we okay now? I mean, are we walking and doing what it is that I need to be doing? Am I on the right path? Because you see, know this to be true, family. When fear gets the best of you, then you simply put down whatever it is that you're doing. You don't bother because you simply fear the outcome one way or the other. But when you take action, regardless, that in and of itself overcomes the fear. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I didn't know what direction, what the outcome would be by me walking out on faith again. But I just know that I had to because nothing on the inside of me allowed me to rest. There was no peace. That means that there is still a job unfinished, something not complete. So I had to do it. So simply by me letting go of the plantation, period, to be where I am, that is a great step, a great step. And as long as you stay that course each and every day, I can't say that what you desire to come out of it will come out of it. But I do know something positive will come out of it. See, because a lot of you are just beginning. A lot of you are just beginning to walk your path. You've yet to experience that first great loss, that first failure. You've yet to go through that. So a lot of you are beginning to do it. Me, I've been there. I've done it. And I can tell you that many years, what seems like lifetimes later, I'm still walking on faith. So it doesn't matter how young or how old or where you are in life. The bottom line is you got to do what you're called to do. You got to follow where the voice is leading you to go because you won't find rest until you do. Trust me, you will not. And what I found out in some cases where individuals have sadly taken their own lives and, committed suicide is because they had no more strength. They simply had nothing left to go on to continue to walk the path of faith and wasn't receiving any reward. They just simply didn't have anything left to go on. And the losses, the failure was just too great for them to keep going. It was just too great. And I don't know, I say a lot in my writings and sometimes in these videos that this gift of the pen, the reason why I write, this is all that I've had to comfort me, all that I've had to support me, all that I've had to give me strength to keep going. That's it. So to me, from what I can see, it's this gift of the pen that has kept me from not taking my own life. Honestly speaking, family. So wherever you may be, if you're walking out on faith, I'm gonna tell you, keep going. Sometimes the fear is gonna seem insurmountable, but keep going. When your mind starts talking to you, reminding you of what happened in the past, don't get angry at your mind. Don't go and cuss and fuss with your mind. Sit down, listen. Really listen to your mind. Learn. Man, you know what? You're right. You're right. And then ask questions. Talk. Hold a conversation. Like I'm talking to y'all. This is how me and my higher self talk. This is how we speak with each other. The reason why I conversate with myself all the time is because I've yet to run into anybody, to find anybody that's on the same vibration that I can hold these conversations with. So I do it with me, because me is all that I have. Truly, me is all that I have. So when my mind says, T, we out there again. Right, we are. And then you know what I say to my mind? The only thing I can say to my mind, I hope this time, I truly hope this time that the outcome is greater than before. I hope that all the losses that I've taken before produces some beautiful fruit this time. I hope that I hope that you, meaning in my mind, I'm talking to myself. I hope that I and you have learned enough that we'll be able to embrace each other as we take a step each and every day, trying to establish what we're trying to establish. This is how I conversate with me now. This is where I'm at. I don't, there is no anger. You see, there is no resentment. When you get to the place where there is no anger and no resentment, that means you have grown tremendously in your spirit. You have grown because you have reached that place where you truly see life as an experience. Good, bad, and in between. Life is an experience. Your mind is not there to hurt you, to bring you down in any way. Your mind, your beautiful, powerful mind, is there to help you stay grounded, to help you stay focused on something that you may not see. See, your mind may bring a neighborhood cat. Your mind may bring something to your remembrance that you're overlooking, which is why that one thought your mind will constantly bring up to you every day, until you start listening, until you start paying attention. Your mind is saying, hey, look, we need to address this right here. Don't get so high. Don't put too much energy just in this one area. We have other things to do. You see, this is how your mind will speak to you. When your mind recognizes that you are listening, that you are paying attention, then your mind will begin to speak to you in that manner. I think I'm just getting to that place where I'm starting to hear and recognize my mind speak to me. See, before I was trying to just shun out the voice. I was trying to just shun out my mind. from constantly bringing to my attention all of the failure before. But I start listening now. I really start to listen. And I say, yes, we have went through great failure before. But you know, in each failure that I went through, this is what I learned. I learned this and I learned that and I learned that and I learned that. And all the while I was learning these things, each time that I was failing, I came to realize how much of the anger went away, how much of the sorrow went away, how much of the hurt went away. I noticed how all that gradually went away as I was going through each failure, learning, learning and learning and learning. Because I guess I could say one of the greatest lessons that I've learned through all of those failures is that even in all of the failures that I've went through, that some of you are going through, you are still powerful. And you are much more powerful than you believe because you haven't given up. You simply haven't given up. So I guess what I'm trying to say, family, and sharing this with you is that, listen, your mind is with you. Whatever decision you make, your mind is with you. Your mind is not there to hurt you. Your mind is with you. So pay attention because your mind is with you, especially if I left this out. Especially if you've gotten rid of all of the man-made highs, all of the tobacco, all of whatever drug you've used, all of the alcohol. If you no longer have any man-made high holding you down, like you've gotten rid of that and you went through the withdrawals and you are walking clean now, pay attention to your mind. Your mind is there to help you. Your mind is there to be with you as well. Because look, at the end of the day, you got to know this to be true. If you decide to give up and then you take your life, your mind leaves this life with you. It doesn't remain when you're gone. So your mind is there to help you fulfill the destiny for why you are here. That's what your mind is a part of. Just like your heart, just like your spirit, your soul, your mind is the most beautiful, powerful part of you. Is trying to help you to fulfill the purpose for why you are here. So don't curse your mind, family. And don't silence your mind. Have conversations. Listen. And have beautiful conversations with your mind. Your mind is there to help put everything into perspective. To put it all into perspective so that you don't give up. So that should this next walk out on faith be a failure too, your mind will help you to focus on the lesson, to learn the lesson, and not just see the failure and give up altogether. Your mind is a beautiful part of you. As always, family, as always, it is your soul's desire and my desire that you walk well. Walk well, family. Peace.